Hello again, my friends. Same day, same shirt. I've got a little break here because I talked to one of our great subscribers here, Babe and Earl. Great lady here. She has been to other practitioners. She can't take supplements. She hasn't been able to do anything. She's been staying away from the fruit. She has some issues here, and she started on the fruit. She's on her 35th day of a fruit juice fast. 5 gold stars. This is how you move lymph. Finally, she's moving her lymph. She's seeing nasty stuff coming out of her, and now she's taking the herbs, and that's between the herbs and fasting on the fruit juices. She's now seeing tremendous benefits. And so she's kicking butt. Hats off to you, babe. She's a little skinny. She's not digesting her food. Her food's come out of her undigested. So that's serious. That's a pancreas. You can't eat vegetables when you're not digesting them. So she does better on juices, of course, because of that. And she's doing real well, though. And that's what it needs. And that's when you see the difference between vegetables and fruits. And she's had 20 years of studying ginseng and all these people. And until she kicked it up another notch, until she picked up on the fruits and added those herbs in there, now she's starting to tolerate. She's starting to really get results where before she was allergic and having problems with everything. So good work, Babe and Earl. Her husband, I think that she's doing real well. Still a little bit of a carnivore there, but what a good loving woman. She makes sure he has organic meats and buffaloes and stuff like that. So I love you guys out there. You're just doing so well. Now, the reason I and I was talking to Babe about this, about the educational part of the videos up front, but this is all educational. We have to work with these question and answers, and the reason is that you're going to learn, and I'm going to keep tying in the body's symptoms to what you know about the body's nothing but cells, 2 major fluids that take care of the health of the cells, and the 2 sides of chemistry. And once you do that, you guys will be nailing it on the head, and that's what I'm seeing already. You guys are nailing it on the head. You're getting results. I love it. I couldn't be more pleased in the progress that I'm seeing. Some of you are having a little rough way. I apologize, but that's your body. Hang in there, work with that, work with us, and you'll make it through those rough times there, and you'll be okay. This person was saying each time that they've gotten sick, they ended up in the hospital. They always could smell it first. Absolutely. I mean, I spent years in hospitals, and you do smell toxicity and the decay in the human body. Sometimes people come in here and I smell their GI tract through their breath, the decay. And this is important that you fix that up. Very important. This is when I have done colon hydrotherapy. I got chicken skin. The bumps on your arms when you get a sort of a rash, like the chills kind of. What is this? What does that mean? Am I detoxifying? Also, I seem to be allergic to being cold or cold water, etc., etc. Cold, damp, windy conditions. I literally break out in hives. Okay, thank you, Mohana. Cold is alkaline, and alkalinity starts detoxification. Now, this colonic thing, though, that's more neurological. You're seeing a neurological response tripping your immune system here, and you're seeing that. I probably would lay off the colonics for a while and do the stomach and bowel formulas. Definitely want to move your lymph system, because you can tell your lymph system here is backed up here. So you want to really get those kidneys and adrenals up, get those kidneys filtering. Like Babe here, she saw a lot of sediment in her urine. That's exactly what you want to see here. strengthen those adrenals, because you're going to strengthen that neural response here. But yeah, cleaning the bowels, that could trip your nervous system and trip you into a lymphatic response. These are more lymphatic responses, neurological. It's kind of like in kinesiology, you notice we use the terminology neurolymphatic points. And that's the way it is. Your body's nervous system's tied to these lymphatic points and can stimulate the lymph system. I sometime want to go over some emergency things that you can do. I'm going to show you how to pulse to increase your adrenal glands, and how to work with cardiac arrest. I know I've talked about it before, but I'll spend some more educational videos on you. Right now I want to get through the questions and help you guys that are suffering, and then we'll get a little more educational. I'll get into the iris. I'll show you how to do kinesiology, muscle testing to test what you're on, and then also I want to show you some first aid stuff that you can use when you're or somebody's in detoxing and in trouble or something. We'll talk about that. Here's another one. This is my friend here. I just don't know how to pronounce your name. K-A-L-K-E-I-K-U-U. I'm just going to call you Cal. Hazel eyes, chronic. So what you said here is, I have a blood deficiency, low blood volume. Now this is causing hypertension, slow hydrochloric acid production. I don't know, leaky gut, slow liver. I think we discussed this earlier, sweetheart. I do believe this. The Chinese medicine doctors tell me to eat warm foods like meat, soup bone broth. Sometimes I don't always like those Chinese guys. I mean, I love Chinese Oriental medicine, of course, but this is a case where no. A bit confused because I do want to get raw. You gotta go raw, sweetheart. I guess you're female. Digested, low blood circulation, leaky gut. I think, again, I addressed that this morning. I think more leaky gut is lymphatic problems than true leaky gut. This concept of dumping stool matter into the bloodstream is a lot more serious than a lot of naturopaths. They throw that word out there, but in reality, that's a very serious problem needing surgery. So I look at this as a lymphatic problem, no question. Clean out the liver, clean out the spleen. You want to clean your spleen up here. I don't have a blood work to look at for you. Hydrochloric acid production. Why would you eat meat if you have low hydrochloric acid? You won't want to take hydrochloric acid. So don't eat meat because you have low hydrochloric acid production. You wouldn't eat protein at all, and yet these Chinese doctors told you to eat protein. Oxymoron. You can't do that. You want to heal up your stomach wall so your body can start producing more hydrochloric acid. Then you want to be on raw fruits and vegetables. And the same thing if you have low pancreatic enzymes or low pancreatic bicarbonate, whatever, you're going to want to heal the pancreas. Well, you can only heal in an alkaline environment because the acid environment's what's decaying you, on top of maybe some genetics here. But genetics, we can rebuild those cells, can't we? Absolutely. So you'll do well here. Just to keep working on yourself. Definitely go into the kidneys, the adrenals, the lymph system, work on the stomach and bowel. Take some pancreatic capsules. You could save money. You could alternate between a bottle of pancreatic capsules, a bottle of liver, and a gallbladder. A bottle of pancreas, a bottle of liver, and gallbladder. And alternate between those two. Save you money. You're going to grab both of these tissues. Always knowing that it's the lymph system you're after, so then the body can repair itself. These guys, you would never want to do meat or soup bone broth. No way. Not with what you've got here. And to strengthen, if you have a very weak connective tissue, you have a prolapsing of the bowel, then you want to strengthen that up. Make sure your parathyroid is working here. I know you've asked me a lot of things, and I can't remember all of them right now to correlate this for you. But hang in there, sweetie. You'll get yourself well here. But raw, always. no animal, whether it's in China, Russia, it's in Costa Rica, or it's in Alaska. Of course, Alaska is another story, but there's no place on earth that animals don't eat their food raw. No animal eats their food cooked. So you want to always do raw, and particularly with the human, low protein or none is very advisable. If you notice through the years, protein consumption has done nothing but be lowered, not increased. So now it's 20 grams. That's nothing. I would have none. And you've got the hazel eye. So you know you have chronic bowels. If that is brown around your pupil, if that's orange around your pupil, then that's sulfur, as in babe's eye. But we want, if it's brown, that's chronic. Yeah, it's going to take you a little while to back that down, and but it's okay, because you're going to feel better and better and better as you move through this. Good to use the stomach and bowel formulas, lymphatic 1 capsules. When you can tolerate the GI broom, probably wouldn't hurt, that sort of thing. You might want to get some more consult here. It's up to you, but blood volume, low digestion, low blood circulation. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Most of these problems are lymphatic problems as opposed to that. And you wouldn't go cooked to get better so you could do raw. That whoever says that just doesn't have enough going on up here. You don't eat unhealthy so you can get healthy to eat raw, which makes you healthy. that doesn't fit. You always want to eat healthy to get healthy. Always. If you can't tolerate some of these things, go to the fruit, because very few people cannot tolerate fruit. If you can't, then step back and do vegetable juices. Some people are so bad, actually, we do have to give them some steamed vegetables. They're so bad at the irritation and inflammation in the gut, but those are far and few between, thank God. I've answered this question about herniated discs and stuff like that in the back there, so I hope you get that. That was a couple of videos ago there. Now, here's one, Marjorie. I love your, thank you for your comments. I mess around, infection too long so we can see. Yeah. This is about the root canal. You know, if you can move lymph fast enough, if you're in pain and suffering and all that, I don't know, you know. But always have a root canal packed with calcium. But if you move your lymph more aggressively and use the Heal All Tea and help to draw this toxicity out, you might be okay in time. Yeah, thanks. A couple of you ladies are really sweet. Again, I don't know what your names are, but AVRIL. Thanks for that. It's nice to be in dark tunnels, yeah, because the light is always at the end. And Rosalind, sweet both of you guys. Good, thank you so much for your comments. It really helps me a lot too. You know, life is stressful sometimes when you're fighting the governments and stuff for the corruption that they're in. These guys can throw you in jail and not charge you with anything. I've got a friend they threw in jail. He created some far-out supplements. They threw him in jail, and he's got a constitutional attorney, but now they can't find him. There's some very serious things going on in this country, and so there's always a stress to a lot of things, and I fight this. I'm not going to lay down and take it anymore. I don't care. I'm old enough to die right now, so it's important that that we change this greedy, narcissistic type of male attitude that wants to dominate the world. These bankers need a little butt whooping. and I think they're getting it in their own way. Karma, or shall I say, you reap what you sow. Yeah, I like the comment you made about a good editor could make a nice Blu-ray. I think that sometime we are going to have to categorize and do these things. Okay, we're always open to for your opinions and your help, because we're just doing things. Our office is so busy, and it's always been that way, because we don't believe in getting in debt. We've always tried to maintain out of indebtedness. It's hard when you're growing to do that, because you need more money to grow. So we love growing, but we're so busy we don't have time to sit back and set things, then categorize things. So try to bear with us with this, please. I'm trying to give you adequate headings now that you can look up and research quicker, but we're going to have a lot of videos out there. So I apologize, that they're not categorized for you as good as they could be, but we'll get there. Hell and Roses. I love that. Visiting from the UK. Yeah, I'll be over there. I will. I'm coming. I've got to go to Greece and Ireland. I promised them, and I promised them in Romania, and I'm working my way. So hang on, my friend. Hell and Roses. I like that. I like a little bit of vim and vigor. I'm a vim and vigor kind of guy. I've worked hard all my life. Outdoors mainly, so being in this dungeon, I don't even have a window in here. How depressing is that? I need a skylight at least. But they won't let me cut a hole through the roof. Oh, let me see. My favorite cheat is coconut ice cream. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Chocolate. Potatoes are hard to give up. Oh, them there potatoes. Potatoes, huh? I know. I really don't have a starch affliction. When I clean the fungus out of me pretty good, I just don't care about starch. But you stick a little chocolate there, I might steal a piece. Can you please explain how to take the glandulars? Will it hurt if you make a mistake and take one you don't need? Can you take too much? These glandulars are just proteins and cells, if you will. But there are a few hot glandulars. We generally let you know about those. If you take too much thyroid, your thyroid controls heart rate, so if you take too much, your heart rate will speed up too fast. But then you just slow down. Too much adrenals can make you a little jittery, but we rarely see people take too many. I always start at the low end, one capsule or one tablet twice a day or 3 times a day, depending. But in chronic cases, you can go 2-3 times a day or 3 times a day. When it's a thyroid, I go a little slower, like 1 twice a day or 2 twice a day. They're the fastest way in chronic conditions to help you. Outside of that, then you use the herbal tinctures. But, it's what everybody's like is. The glandulars, we've seen so much great help that the glandulars afford us. And but it's to each their own. So I would, I've had people on 4 and 5 glandulars. Some companies make one glandular with 4 or 5 different areas of the body. So you have all types of glandulars out there. I generally use individual glandulars, particularly for the adrenals. I might do one for the pituitary. If you have insomnia, I'm going to give you a little one for the pineal for a month or 2 until I can get the health and the more melatonin, everything going good. Then I'm going to take you off of them, of course. The goal is to be healthy and let your food be your medicine. Get your body cleaned out. So there's some people that have been on these herbs for literally years. They feel better that way. Okay. For me, I'm on, off, but you're going after your health, and health should be an end result of your eating habits and your emotional habits and your mental habits. So get rid of the emotions, get rid of the mind, and eat raw, and whoopee, what a ride. It'll pull you into the now, and now you are God absorbed and on your way. Incredible. This is a good case here. Sad case, tell you the truth. This is my mother had epilepsy since she was 19 years old, I take it. It came on after she had her first child and had an epidural. Oh, I love people messing with the spine. Oh my God. Her body only numbed one side, and she was told she had reacted to it. She suffered up to 3 complex partial psychomotor seizures per day and atonic chronic type seizures in her sleep, clonic. She had a right temporal lobectomy after 12 years of seizures due to scarring of the brain. She now has seizures sporadically, sometimes going months without any. She's on 1,800 milligrams of a med and 600 of Tegretol. She suffers from mood swings and often feels tired. She also suffers with arthritis and occasional migraines. She can take your formulas whilst on these medications. Yes. Can she? Yes. And do you have any advice? Woo, doggy. Poor thing. Poor thing. Just to have childbirth, and then you have a life like this. Upper circ, brain and nerve. Get that lymph moving. Get her adrenals up. Get her kidneys cleaned out. Get her bowels cleaned up. In about 2 months, get her the ultimate immune and really start building up her body. Clean her liver and spleen maybe a little bit. Use upper circ and brain and nerve. Really help to empower this. You could use antispasmodic. I'm not familiar with this one medication that's like an antispasmodic for. Tegretol is like an antispasmodic, but this other is gabapentin or something. Not familiar with that myself, but definitely want to strengthen, get all those nerves rebuilt. If he's got decay in the nervous system, detoxify anything that's causing her to spasm. Go after the parathyroid gland. Real important to kick up and get calcium utilization in her. Real important to get neurotransmitters up from the adrenal glands. Move that lymph so that can clean any chemical residues out of her, and you'll get her where she'll be in a lot better place than she is now. Get her on the fruit big time. That's going to be the best food for this problem. So yeah, good case. Sorry to hear about your mom, Miss JJ. But work with her with this. We have an antispasmodic. Throw that right into the mix with it. And everything you're doing is empowering the nervous system, empowering the spinal cord, cleaning her, getting her neurotransmitters up, getting her calcium utilization up, getting her minerals balanced, and that's all you can do. And the body will work itself into a higher level, and she'll actually have a good life the rest of her life. And yes, you want to get her on the formulas, but get her on that antispasmodic as well. Works real well for that. Here's another case. This is a 5-year-old Irish wolfhound. Got a huge tumor on the side of his back. It's a sarcoma. She has put him on a vegetarian diet and greens. You know, whatever your dog can like. A lot of dogs do like grapes and some fruit. I would definitely try to see how much fruit or what fruit your dog might like. Treat them like you would yourself. Definitely lymphatic and kidneys and adrenals. You definitely want to go after those in your dog there. How big? 5-year-old, but wolfhound. Depends on the weight. But I would go after this lymphatically first. If you saw that tumor going down, which most of them do when you pull through the lymph system like that and you use the kidneys. If not, shave her down and use some black salve. Just had a gentleman in here with a dog. He's already pulled 2 tumors off his other dogs with black salve. He's going after this other one. But I'd like to see you fix the cause of it. I'd like to see you go into the kidneys and the lymphatic system, because they'll continue to grow these back. It isn't about so much diet, it's about cellular waste. Because even if you eat raw, you're producing cellular waste. Oh, time's up. Oh, darn. But so remember that. This is about cellular waste that can't get out of the body no matter what you're eating. It's just that when you eat acidically, that has a damaging effect on the vital eliminative organs, which exacerbates the problem. And of course, exacerbates acidosis. So it's all about moving lymph. I can just tell you the bottom line to this. One other short thing. My mom has fibromyalgia. What's fibromyalgia? Pain in the muscles, right? What could cause pain in the body? What side of chemistry? You're right. It's the acid side of chemistry. Which one of the two fluids handles the predominant acids in the body? You're right, the lymph system. See how good you guys are? All right, so you know the kidneys and adrenals, hook that there. You want to go after that. Here she's got elevated cholesterol. What's cholesterol? The body's main acid. So here you go. You're tying that up in a nice little bow, a package here. You can tie that bow on there, and you see exactly what your mother's suffering with here. And explain this, have her view the videos and get that lymph moving in her. She's got to move this out. She could have sulfur, which will hold that in a little longer, but a lot of fruits, you know the diet, and just get a lot of fruits, a lot of berries, a lot of melons, some vegetables, and then really, if she's older, she needs some cooked food, okay, throw her some vegetables at night, but really get into that lymph system, get into that GI, clean her bowels up, Fab 4, kidneys, lymphatic system, endocrine glands, and gut. And you can get more aggressive on these, but get this out of her because that's all acid. She's in pain and discomfort, and she'll be good. Now, tomorrow's my day off, but I'm going to come in here and try to catch up here so I'm not too far behind with you, because I, again, apologize if I don't get to your questions in a timely manner. Don't forget, if it's serious, call the staff. All right. My blessings be to every one of you, and have a glorious night and enjoy the ride, and have fun with your new Focus. I just love all you guys. You're so great, and so many sweet ladies out there. You're all just so great. Thank you so much. Bye bye now.